Hey guys, what's cracking? Godsman here. Welcome back to Custom Card Review. With me, Nabs today, as per usual, and we're going to be looking at some more custom cards for the season. We're getting somewhere in the way of finishing this. I'm not sure how many more videos there are left, but oh boy, I don't even remember when we started this. It's been weeks. Yeah, it's been such a journey though. Alright, so we got this Dauphin Inukai dude. He's got some cards, so let's see what you got. Reverse cross Overdress unit. Chakravarti, Chaos Dragon, Nirvana, reverse. Alright. Okay, simple, what you would expect from these kind of cards. Simple stats. Act once per turn. Lock one of your rear guards. Well, that's a problem. Choose a rear guard in your opponent's front row and back row. Retire them. This unit gets critical +1 to end a turn. Auto when this unit attacks. If you have a Nirvana in your soul, any Nirvana in your soul, why the hell? You counterblast one. Choose up to 2 of your rear guards in the crossover dress or Joker dress. Why is there a Joker dress? Stand them and they get power +10,000 in a turn. So immediately a lot of problems here. Why is this lock? I know you're trying to, so you're trying to do like a reverse thing, but like, why are we doing Nirvana reverse? This is weird. So,
No, funnily enough, that's not the problem I have with that first skill. It's that it does way too much for just one lock.
Yeah, because you literally retire 2 and then get a crit. That's, I mean, Drawjeld wish you could do that. You know, you have to do 2 different effects and pay different kind of costs to do that. This one's literally just lock one of your rear guards and get all that. That's really goddamn powerful. Too powerful, in fact. They also Joker dress. What the heck? I guess Joker dress is going to be its own thing in a moment, but it's probably going to involve overdressing on lock cards, which is going to be so fat and fictiony, it'll be crazy. But you counterblast 1 to stand 2 rears and get 10,000 power. I mean, if that isn't power creep, I don't know what is. That is too much for what Nirvana would do, right? I don't get why it deserves that much of an upgrade. But heck, so be it. So, Ring Equipped Dragon Rigurum. It's a grade 2, and when it becomes an original dress, you can countercharge 1. That's free. I don't know why. And it's not even if you haven't countercharged, so wow. And if the outer dress is a reverse Virina, you may countercharge again. No, too much.
What the heck?
You already this first countercharge is a bit too easy, and then the second countercharge should never have been there. Black.
It doesn't even.
What's up?
It doesn't even check like it's a double counter charge for one thing, right? But when it comes to free counter chargers, it always says if we have not counter charge this turn because there's a reason that's there. Oh my god, that is so
and
abusable.
also we have a counter charger. It's called Miraz Virina. Like, so why is this even here? Blackwing Equip Reverse Virina. So it's a grade 3 and it's, well, Virinas. You know what that means. It crossover dresses. 1 Trickstar and 1 Prayer Dragon unit. Okay. If you have a Wing Equipped Dragon Rigurum is one of this unit's original dress, you need this busted countercharger. This unit is in Joker dress.
Okay.
Why did you even... Let me check something. In your crossover dress or Joker dress, if this is the only thing that refers Joker dress, why'd you even make a Joker dress? You could have just been crossover dress. There's no point. Auto, when this unit attacks, if you have a locked rear guard, okay. Counterblast 1, this unit gets 20,000 power until end of that battle. And for the battle this unit attacked, your opponent would call sentinels from their hand to guardian circle. They must discard 2 cards to nullify this unit.
What?
Why is it that powerful?
Purpose.
So if you PG, you must pitch 2, and that's in addition to pitching another card potentially. And this thing is ridiculously powerful, so it might warrant that, especially when you restand it and you get to give it 10,000 power. And wouldn't you know it, this isn't a once per turn. For the price of 3 CB, you can essentially get this busted garbage trick twice and the 20,000 power, and then it becomes a 30,000 power in the second swing. What? Wow. Yeah, okay.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. If I am understanding this card correctly, they're just saying that for the PG cost, they must discard 2 cards instead of 1 card.
Well, it would need to word it like that, because as it's worded to be that they must discard 2 cards in addition.
Yeah. But I think they meant to say discard 2 instead of discard 1, because it says to nullify this unit's attack.
The neat part is it's still busted. That doesn't help much. It's still too much. I don't even know where to go with these.
I wouldn't want that.
I guess
I wouldn't even want that, bro.
the effects are just really whatever. It's way too much. Not enough balance. And and by the way, all that counterblast just gets countercharged back with this anyway. Man, F these cards. Okay, so Tweetug. Mega Colony Ride line. Might as well share him here too. So we've got a return of this guy. It involves a new token mimicry. Okay, so I think I can understand what a mimicry token would do. So, the Mimicry token, when this unit is placed on the rear circle, choose one of your opponent's card in the drop, and this unit gains that unit's grade, power, critical, shield, and skills. Okay, so when this unit is attacked on the Vanguard circle, what? It essentially becomes an exact copy of the chosen card. Since most D-series cards goes wrong, I thought it would be fine. Okay, so yeah, you've essentially done a Masque domination token. But what's up with this VC skill? Because you call in the rear circle and mimic, so why is there a VC skill?
I think it's a typo.
Probably. Okay, yeah, that's probably it. So, the ride line, veteran, mutant, mercenary, Robbie Fly. I think I get the pun, not bad. Act Vanguard once per turn. Soul Blast and pitch 1, call up to 2 mimicry token to rear circle. Wow, we already start with 2. So auto on the van circle. When a mimicry token in your rear circle is retired by a card's effect or cost other than the token itself, this unit gains 5,000 power and end of turn. If 3 or more were retired this turn, this unit gains critical +1 until end of turn. Okay. So you get rid of your tokens for costs. It works defensively as well. Okay. So if your opponent wipes them out, you'll get more power. I actually do kind of like that. That's an interesting anti-control thing. Let's see. Also, it's only when retired, so if you're playing dumb stuff like Link Joker, you can get around it. Mutant Mercenary Follower Swallow Pillar. It's a grade 2. On the van circle, when this unit's attack hit, okay, that's interesting. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards, rest in, and it cannot stand. So it's got a paralyzed skill. All right. Continues the van circle. If your opponent has one or less standing rear guards, when you would ride from the ride deck, you do not need to discard a card from your hand. So you just ride for free. It's like free. I actually do kind of appreciate that, because the condition that it has for this free ride is a lot harder to get off if your opponent reads the goddamn card. So it's fair that it's completely free. Mutant Mercenary Trainee Little Fly. When this unit is ridden by Swallow Pillar, if your opponent has one or less standing rear guards, I would believe they would, you draw a card. If your opponent has 2 or more standing rear guards, call this card to rear circle and soul charge 1 instead. Really well done. I like that one. And of course, normal starter skill. Alright.
Wait a minute, hold on. I just realized this is the Gandiva right line skill.
Yeah, it is the Gandiva ride line skill. That's what I like about it, because it's already based in reality, and it gives your opponent options on what they want.
It does feel very Mega Colony like, putting aside Gandiva, it does feel very Mega Colony like, and I really like it.
Yeah, it's a cool idea there. The tokens are a little bit of a weird add-on, but I guess we'll see that expanded more in the support. But I mean, it's not like token as an add-on has always been like a bad negative thing. I mean, just look at V Nubatama. They've managed to make it work somehow. Okay, Mutant Mercenary Gunner Viceroy. It's a assisting grade 2. So, continues in the rear circle. Any attack towards your mimicry token or rear circle is directed to this unit instead. That's a little bit funny, because you might want your tokens to get attacked. Auto on the rear circle.
Wow, that's a Nubatama skill.
That is a Nubatama skill. Except it doesn't bounce back. Auto on the rear circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Mercenary in its card name, you counterblast 1 and retire a mimicry token, so that's where more of this retiring does. So, when this unit attacks, that's kind of a funny placement for that. That should be in the front, but that's just grammar stuff. Ignore me. This unit gains power equal to the power of the token you retire for this card's effect until end of turn. Yeah, very cool skill. I like that. Buffs up Van, can potentially get it the crit, and this thing can get like upwards of 13,000 plus power based on whatever the heck it bounds. Or copied, I mean, not bound. Binding is what the Masque Domination token does. A veteran mutant mercenary, Kikuri Kate. I'm not pronouncing that. It's a grade 3.
Crickety kitty. It's
well
crickety kitty.
Bless you. Continuous in the
Thank
front
you.
row rear circle. If this unit is in the same column with the mimicry token, okay, all your opponent's rear guards in the same column lose intercept and boost and is unable to gain them. Wording a little bit weird, but effect excellent and very mega colony.
Actually, that's actually directly copied from Mega Colony. That is not weird at all, actually.
Unable to gain them is what I'm hitting at.
But there's literally there's a Mega Colony card that says that.
It says the word unable.
Yep.
Send me it later. Auto on the rear circle. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard Mercenary in its card name, you counterblast 1. Choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards. The rest of them in those units. Oh, okay. So if it hits, you can CB1 to paralyze 2. That's cool. It's probably a powerful one on hit. I like that. Also,
real quick. Sorry, it's not unable to gain them. It's cannot gain those skills.
There we go. That is what I'm trying to say. It cannot gain those skills is what they usually are, not unable. That's the word in particular. Yeah. Mutant Mercenary Bomber Manny Mantis. Lovely name. I like these names. Except for the one I can't pronounce. If this unit is placed on the rear circle, you can discard a card from your hand, call up to 1 mimicry token, rear barrel. Yeah, 1 for 1. Easy enough. Cool. You like the token. Continuous on the rear. This unit gets 3k power for each mimicry token in your rear circle. If there are 3 or more mimicry tokens, this unit's attack cannot be guarded by trigger units. Woo!
Whoa!
That's interesting. What's interesting is that you don't really focus on the rear guard very much in this deck. So to have that interesting element of it is,
I like it because V series has draw PGs. You cannot do skills like that because it effectively means that the opponent cannot PG. Because some guy thought that was a good idea, but this with this series, we have a more diverse defensive skills. So yeah, that's spicy.
That is spicy. That could get kind of dangerous, but at the same time, I feel like this isn't like beyond the pale. It's an interesting way of going about it, and also the first effect is just really nice. I'm really happy it isn't just an easy +1. You have to discard for it. Mutant Mercenary Follower Wild Ladybug, again, good names. So it's a supporting grade 1. When this unit is placed on the rear circle, if your Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, draw a card for each mimicry token in your rear circle, and that's where it starts to change.
Whoa. Overwhelm anyone?
Yeah,
overwhelm anyone?
It's okay. We all make oopsies. Auto on the rear circle. The inbound this unit boosted mimicry token. Retire the boosted unit countercharge 1. Perfection. Good card.
I think that's part of the oopsie actually.
But retiring the unit? I think it should be retiring the unit. No.
What I mean is having a draw and counter charge on one card.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously, but I kind of want to just ignore this first skill. I want to okay, this is how you do this skill, right? If you really wanted to make it this pretty nutty draw card, what you could do, and you could do it, you could have it when placed on RC if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater with yada yada in the name. Counterblast 2 and draw a card for each mimicry token on your rear circle. It can scale potentially, but you also have to do some investment to make it worth the cost. Cool.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, especially since it can countercharge back by retiring one of said tokens. Therefore, you're getting rid of a card, but you're also replacing one.
Pick one. It shouldn't be on the same card.
I mean, well, yeah, but now Bastion's got their countercharger. And hey, I know they're 2 different cards, yada yada. Mutant Mercenary Gunner Lethal Leaf. Oh man, these names.
Yay! I like that.
That's a cool name. Auto on the rear circle. When this unit attacks, retire a mimicry token. If you did not, okay. If you did not retire a token, retire this unit instead. Whoa. It must be for the second effect because its base stats are still 10. Continuous in the rear circle. If all of your opponent's units is rest, this unit gains 10,000 power, and your opponent cannot intercept this unit's attack. Ooh.
And your opponent is gonna intercept.
Is that worth it?
Pretty good.
That might be worth it.
So what this thing is saying is it's a free +10 and no intercepts. You know what? That's worth it. That's pretty worth it.
Yeah, I guess if you can produce tokens pretty easily, which you can pretty easily, you might actually field clear one of the... Oh, and it also does retire, and it can boost up anyway. So yeah, I guess it is worth it. Damn, that's an impressive card. Didn't expect this one, did you? Probably not. Normal order, grade 3. Play this if you have a Vanguard Mercenary in its card name. Ah, there it is. CB2 and discard CB2 and discard a card from your hand. For each number of grade of the cards you discarded, call up to 1 memory token in a rear circle. Ooh. Okay. So what I'm hearing is play Magnolia Elder.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on a second.
For what? For what? It says Vanguard with Mercenary in his card name.
Yeah, play it as the discard because for each you can call mimicry tokens up to the total grade of the card you discarded.
No, nah, Josh. Play Grifogila.
Yeah, yep.
Where do I call all these tokens? Oh, God.
You call them over each other, and thus you retire, and thus you gain. Does it actually work that way? I don't think it works that way, right? Would it actually start calling over tokens, and thus they're retired?
No, it just means that you have to call 5, and the other 5 it just fucks off.
Oh, okay, cool. I was thinking it was like that. Just wanted to make sure. You're better at the ruling stuff than I am. It's a mercenary's life for me.
Yep.
Blitz order grade 2. Ah, yes. Okay. Play this if you have a mimicry token on your rear circle. Fair. Counterblast 1 and retire 1 or more mimicry token. Choose one of your opponent's units, and that unit gains minus 5,000 power at end of turn. Alright. If 3 or more tokens are retired, choose one of your opponent's back guard, rear guard, and rest it.
Ooh, that is spicy.
That is a neat defensive skill. The only thing about this card that makes it like really like oh my god is the defensive skill of your Vanguard, right? Because the Vanguard will gain an extra 5,000 power until end of turn for each mimicry token that's retired by cost or effect. So because of that, you could potentially gain rid of like what 3 tokens and have a defensive 15,000 that turn. So if you do plop this, that's I don't know.
That's true.
Because that's a bit too easy to prop. What you could do though is if you did do this card, you might be able to have one of 2 stipulations. Stipulation A is your opponent doesn't gain the power. I mean, not your opponent. Your Vanguard doesn't gain power from the effect of your cards from like the back rotor. Like that could be one way of doing it. The other idea I had is that you don't have it retire multiples. You just simply have it CB and retire 1, and then you can neg 5,000. And if there's another stipulation, like, if the... I don't know what the stipulation would be to get the rest, though. That's where I'm a little bit stuck on.
If your opponent has 3 or more stand units, choose only opponent's regards in the back row and rest it.
There we go. Yeah, that feels very Mega Colony. As a matter of fact, there is a Mega Colony G-Guard that works like that, I think. So, yeah, I think that's how you would do it, so that you don't get multiple retires. Keep it a 1 retire because of the nature of your Vanguard. But overall, this is a good ride line.
I like it a lot.
It's a cool idea. You basically took V Shiranui and threw in some paralyzed stuff, put it together, and their child is beautiful. Really well done, mate. Manran. Here's a classic. Still waiting on the custom card testing from last time. Yeah, buddy, look, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think we're gonna test those ones, but we will be testing some of these ones. So at least you got that. Sorry, stuff happens. Okay. So it's a remake of a past set of custom cards from, and they're made, okay, so they were originally Stoicheia, but he thought it would be the Keter Sanctuary style better. And it's a pair of fanatical angels that work in tandem to take down their enemies, heedless of their own lives. Ooh, support is themed around their subordinates to follow them by the same fervor. All right, cool. So you've essentially taken Gavriel and Fenrir, made it 1 card, then had it have a twin, and they have followers. Awesome. So ride line, Awakening Wings Vivriel. It's a starter. So he went the extra mile and actually just brought up the effect and saying starter skill. Fair enough. Welcome Wings Herestial. Grade 1. So far, so good with the angel names, by the way. Out on the Van Circle. When placed, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 1 angel from among them and add it to your hand, then shuffle the deck. If you did not add, this unit gains 5,000 power and end a turn. Alright, so that's the potentially powerful plus card. I'm not gonna dig on that. This unit gets power plus 2,000 for each time you wrote a Vanguard this turn. Alright.
Oh god, no. Oh god, what does that mean?
Okay, we might have some like Hanzo chicanery going on potentially. Which is interesting. Alright. Deliberate Links Lamiel. I don't know why I'm on a kick about judging card names today, but yeah, these are hidden. Out on the Van. When rolled upon, you may draw a card. Then if you have a Vanguard with Wings of and its card name, counterblast 1, search your deck for a card, reveal and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. If the card did not have a Wings of in its name, deal 1 damage to your Vanguard.
Wings of the future.
Wings to fly. Wings to fly.
Wings to fly.
That one's still the better one, man.
Why is this? Why does this grade 2 plus 2 though? I don't get it.
Yeah, it does plus 2, and it's just for a CB. That's not. I don't think that's appropriate. I don't know what the gimmick of this deck is yet, but this should have been a break even of some manner. That way it keeps up with the standard. I guess if you wanted to make it a plus 2, it is a Keter deck and it's possible to kind of get a secondary plus, but it could have just been something as simple as reveal the top card of the deck, like CB and reveal the top card of the deck. If it's a Wings of card, add it to the hand. Otherwise send it to the drop. Maybe make it something a little bit harder. You could also have what's up?
Since it costs a CB anyway, it should just be like reveal a top card if it's and edit to hand. If it's Wings off, do this, do that. If it's not, do this, do that. Actually,
you know what? Sorry, go on.
No, it's just that since it costs a CB, it shouldn't. What I call it? It shouldn't minus you in any way. Like
it needs to. Yeah, it needs to plus 1.
Yeah, because in Fort's case, right, it's a free plus. Some people don't like it. I don't mind it, but it doesn't cost you a CB or anything. And if it was, I would have been fucking mad.
Well, yeah,
but it doesn't.
It's too random.
But it doesn't. So I'm cool with it. But
okay.
Yeah, in this case, it does way too much for way too little cost.
All right. So this could be a plus 1, and I think it should be the plus 1 if you're CBing, like you're saying. This right here, this is how you do this instead, right? You reveal up to 1 angel from among them and add to your hand. If you did add, choose 1 card from your hand and discard it. Break even filter for an angel. Boom. Okay. So Wings of Judgment Vanguard. This must be the first of the 2 twins. So obvious stat lineup. Out on Van Circle. When a card is placed on rear circle, all of your units in the front will get power plus 1,000 until end of turn. The effect is active on your opponent's turn as well. So we immediately have a Gavriel-like thing, but it's for superior calling rather than rescue checking. Fascinating. Out on the Van Circle. At the end of battle, this unit attack. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and discard 2. So this is probably going to be a mid-battle attack. Choose a Wings Up from your hand or soul that is not Wings of Judgment Vanguard and write it as stand. It gets power plus 5,000, drive minus 1. If you wrote from the hand, it gets an additional power plus 5,000. Okay,
right.
Okay. Hold that thought. We've got Maliel here. Wings of Condemnation. Okay. Or Condemnation, I guess would be the better way of saying it. Auto on Van. When a card is removed from rear circle, all of your units in the front will get power 1,000 until end of turn. A card can be removed from rear circle by being returned to the hand or deck retired about. Okay, so it shouldn't be removed then. It should be when it leaves the field, right? When it leaves the rear circle. Because removed is actually a specific action in which it's removed from the game. Auto on the Van Circle. At the end of the battle, this unit attack. Discard 2 and deal 1 damage to this unit. Choose a Wings Up from your soul that is not Winged Condemnation Maliel. Write as stand. It gets power plus 5,000, drive minus 1 until end of turn. If it is your opponent's Vanguard, it's not greater or greater, you cannot ride for the rest of the turn. Okay. So that's where you don't immediately bum rush your opponent.
So as long as you keep discarding.
Yeah, so you can just
fly.
You could ruin your hand with this, but get some multi-attack. You know, it's going to be kind of funny to say this. It kind of has some of the Raging Form feel to it.
You don't say.
Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not my avatar by any stretch of the imagination. Raging Form's the best card.
Raging Form is not your avatar?
Yeah, it's always been my avatar. Stop bringing up Spectral Duke.
Spectral Duke is your avatar. That's why.
Shut up.
I mean, you said it. I'm shocked because you yourself said that. Oh, that Raging Form is not your avatar. Ooh.
Lies. So what's interesting here is I assume with the way this works, you probably do Vaniel as your ride line target. Find a way to get Maliel into the soul and then go from there, because that's the thing. Otherwise, you have to get in the hand, then ride Maliel, and then this thing is in the soul. So there you go. That's how you get your 3 attacks. The one thing about this ride line that's a little bit weird is, yeah, you do pay some pretty substantial costs. I mean, this thing deals a damage to yourself and it doesn't heal it back. That's pretty wild. So if you're going for that route, your multi-attack would then be dependent on this girl being able to ride the Maliel, and then you just stay on the Maliel until you can get back into this girl, because Maliel will murder you otherwise. It's fascinating.
It might be prominent that we read the support card first, because there might be something in there.
Yeah, always, right? It looks promising, then support cards come in to ruin the party, right? Or, you know, make the party better. You know, some people have done really good. For the glory of the sanctuary. Why is there no exclamation mark here? Again, I'm on a weird name kick today. Normal order, grade 3. If you have a Vanguard with wings of and its name wings to fly, choose a card from your damage zone and call it to an open rear circle. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to your Vanguard.
Oh no, it actually adds more damage.
I mean, you call a card from your damage zone, so it's a break even in the damage, but you know, at the same time, that's not a bad card. Although it is kind of funny to think that it deals the damage at the end of the turn, so he's really intent on not doing rescue check bullcrap, and I can appreciate that, because that's immediately what everyone and their mother goes to when it comes to angel stuff.
Fan made Keter Sanctuary card. Grabs a spear. Grab spear. Dragonic for Kaiser for meal in the blood.
my Nordic friend, Heedless Angel. When your unit is placed on Van Circle, this unit gets 5,000 power. Sure. It becomes 10,000 if you ride twice, so it becomes a 20k attacker. I mean, considering I'm fresh off of Revelation crap, where when you do gimmick more, you get more power and it feels rewarding, that does feel fairly rewarding.
That does, what do you call it? It's worth mentioning, I guess, but if it sees you persona riding, it does count.
Yeah, it does. So at maximum, most likely at maximum, you're probably going to be able to proc this 3 times in a turn, unless you just go ham wild. But if you do go ham wild, you're going to use up all your resources, but you'll get a really good offense. So there's a bit of a tween law there where, yeah, if you're going all out, you deserve to scale to it. Abandoned. What's up?
That is, that's the best Raging Form support card in premium.
You know, well, kind of. You see, the thing that's weird, like they do have a Raging Form card like this. It's called White Gore. And you know what White Gore does? It scales to retires. And I think that's really neat, because all you have to do is keep it there, right? You retire 3 cards with RFD, and suddenly it's a 16k base, and it's good on 11s. The best number for a grade 3 Vanguard to be at. Screw you, V. Abandoned Halo Rockfield. So this is a supporting grade 3. When this unit is placed on the rear circle from hand, you counterblast 1, add a face-up card from your damage zone to your hand, then deal 1 damage to your Vanguard. Alright.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Why is that generic? Why is that generic?
It is generic. At least it says face up, but still, really?
But still, really? We were just complimenting you about how he was complimenting you about you not wanting to do rescue checks, and then this comes in, and it has a second effect as well.
When a unit attacks, you're damn right. Retire one or more rear guards. This wow. So all right, I guess this is how you clear board to call more and feel okay about it. This unit gets power plus 2,000 for each card in your damage zone. For each rear guard retired this way, at the end of the battle, retire this unit. Oh man, so for instance, you're at limit break. If you retire 2, you get 16,000. Okay.
What
it gets
the
rid of
heck?
itself afterwards, but you know what? Fine. You plussed anyway.
Why is it free? Oh god, why? Oh god, the horrors. If you have 5 cards in your damage zone and you decided to retire 4 cards, that's plus 40. Oh god.
Honestly, do this instead. Don't even retire, because the whole point of this deck prefers to build board because of the nature of the other stuff, right? Unless, of course, it wants to retire because you're trying to do Vanguard, right? Vanguard does like you getting rid of stuff, so I guess you could do that. Maybe. But did it really need to scale for each card you retired? Like, in the manner of it... This is literally an order of magnitude, right? Well, not literally, because order of magnitude is 10 times, right? But you're doing a little bit of calc stacking, because you're doing a multiplicative of a multiplicative. You shouldn't do that. But I will admit, if you slapped a CB on this card as well, right? On this effect... Maybe. I guess. It would be very powerful beat 'em up card. And I mean, it is also really powerful considering that a lot of your offense is on the Vanguard circle anyway. So why is your rear guard swinging this hard?
Because we need more support. Help!
Yeah.
Help!
It's not like you can't fit like this in your deck strategy. All you need is just to run the 8 grade 3s like Thegria does and run maybe 3 of this, and there you go. Like, oh my god. That's fine. And then next turn you just build back board with good effects like this. So I don't know, man. Also, as a little follow-up to last time, right, he did do the whole Crowley stuff with Lyrical. Oh god, I need to remember the partnered mechanic. Okay, so what's up?
Oh, it's a partner mechanic. I was wondering, what the fuck is this thing? What do you mean last time?
Yeah, he had this a while ago. I remember the Crowley cards. It can only be written from a grade 3 Crowley. Act Vanguard once per turn. Remove a Crowley in its different name from your hand. Drop per soul. Choose up to 1 unit in your opponent's drop and call it to an empty rear circle. Act on the Vanguard circle once per turn. Counterblast when discard a card. I don't know why there's an exclamation point there. If this unit is not partnered, you may pay the cost. Choose one of your opponent's units and call it to your rear circle. That unit becomes a grade 3 with 15,000 power and loses all of its ability. It becomes dance partner in addition to its original name. This unit is now partnered with that unit. When that unit is removed from the field, this unit is no longer partnered with it. When this unit attacks, retire any number of rear guards with dance partner in its card name. This unit gets power plus 5,000 and drive plus 1 to end of turn for each unit retired for this cost. All right. Honestly, that's pretty cool. I don't know. I think this is kind of righteous, man. I'm impressed.
I forgot what the partner gimmick does, so I'm not gonna.
Well, it basically discussed the partnered gimmick, where you get different effects as long as your units are partnered, and so there's sort of like a snatch steal type of effect there. But what you snatch steal doesn't get its effects anymore; they just become 15k vanilla beaters.
I see.
Which it was a cool concept. Oh, and Wildfool's here talking about it. Yeah, I don't know. I think Crowley's kind of good. It's just it swings. It gets an interesting advantage thing based off of getting rid of the opponent's units, but then you have to pay this more hefty cost, I guess, for it. Yeah, I mean it's definitely powerful, but I don't think it's over the top considering what the ride line was. Okay, so Unruined. Had this idea for a while, but threw it away when Griffo Gale got revealed, so might as well show it before I forgot entirely. Wisdom Snatcher Moo. When rode upon, okay, so it's the ride, the grade 0 skill. Bringer of Hope Garula. Auto Van. When placed, bind 4 cards with globe and their different card names from deck and hand face down. For each card bound from hand by its effect, draw 1 card. Okay.
What?
Gatekeeper, the Chaos Calamity Krill. Oh, I think you're supposed to bind globe cards and then you can like scale to them or something later. Gatekeeper of the Chaos Calamity Krill.
From
what?
hand. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I read that wrong.
No, you thought it would be from deck and still draw? No. Out on the Van Circle. When placed Soul Blast 1, choose one card from your drop and add it to your hand. If that card is follower in its card name, you may Soul Charge 1. Why'd you just pay back your cost?
Oh, I thought it said counter blast. God damn it.
Yeah, honestly, it should counter blast, considering that the Youth Grade 2 also has a skilled CB and adds something from drop to hand. Yeah, so it'd be more akin to that. Unknown King of Calamities Grunir. Is this the Van? I'm gonna assume it's the Van, even though only one effect has the Van Circle. Act once per turn, probably on Vanguard Circle. Cost counterblast 1. Look at 7 cards to the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 card with follower in its card name and add it to your hand. Act once per turn, Soul Blast 2. Choose 1 card from your bind zone and flip that card face up. So this is where the whole flipping up globe cards probably comes into play. Auto Van Circle. At the start of your turn, there are 4 face-up cards that globe in their card names in your bind zone. You may flip 2 cards face down in your bind zone. What?
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
So let's look at the globes. Weird.
There you go.
This card's flipped up in the bind zone. You may choose 2 circles of any fighters other than the Van Circle. Put all cards in the circles at the drop. Choose one of your Vanguard, and that unit gets all your power, gets 5,000 in a turn. Damn, that's a globe. All right.
Cool.
Considering that it like uses Soul Blast 2 to activate a globe, and you only get this whole flipped. Okay, so that's an interesting idea. Now the water globe. When this card is flipped face up, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets all of your opponent's units gets power minus 5,000. All of them. Ooh. And continuous Van Circle. All of your units give shield plus 5,000 to end of the opponent's turn.
Whoa. Okay. I don't know about that last part, but
Ugh. God.
that ain't water.
Wow.
Bruh, that ain't water, bruh. That ain't water. That's ice.
Big meanie.
Big meanie.
Auto. When this card is flipped face up, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets at the end of this unit attack. Please don't multi. Great multi-attack.
Oh god.
Choose one of your units. Power plus 10,000. So you can give it 10,000 and it can stand up for free. No loss of drives, no cost, no nothing. Oh my god, damn. Damn it, man.
Oh no. It's Soul Blast 2, bro. It fixes everything.
No, it does not.
So balance.
I would Soul Blast 2 any day to have my Revolve dresses keep their drives. When this card is flipped face up in the bind zone, choose one of your opponent's units. Then your opponents ride that card, and that unit gets counterblast 1, discard 1. Choose 1 card for your soul right at the end. You asshat! Okay. Not only are you already replacing one of their Vanguards like Still Vampire, you have the audacity to make them discard and CB to get to ride back? No! No! That should be why? How about this instead? You pay this effect, mother effer, to do this effect in general, and they write back for free.
Big meanie.
Big meanie. Follower
These
of red.
globes are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, these globes are all way. Dude, I looked at this fire globe. I'm like, huh, wow, that's pretty strong. This is probably just going to be the above average one. No, it's the below average one.
Average.
That's
retired
crazy.
To unconditional retired to and 5k to the front row. Holy shit.
Yeah, you can even just get rid of your goddamn locks. That's amazing. Out on the rear circle once per turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you've got a fire globe that was flipped up this turn, you can counterblast 1 to stand this unit. Dumb.
What? Why did you give it a tidal assault? What is wrong with you?
Not only that, but we have to remember that Fire Glove gets a continuous 5,000 power to the front row, so this thing's swinging for 15 minimum twice. 25 on Persona. Not good. Follower Blue Zagon. Auto rear once per turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you got a water globe that was flipped up, choose one of your opponent's rear guards. That unit loses intercept and counter stand the next stand phase. That's oddly mild, but then again, you're playing Water Globe.
It's like, oh, minus 5k power. Oh, cannot stand. All right, so
it lost the power that would have made it a worthy card anyway. So who the hell cares? Follower of White Nape. If White Globe was flipped face up this turn, this unit gains critical +1.
What the fuck?
Note: the White Globe was the one that could give 10,000 to a unit.
Hold on, the black follower has a lot of text to it.
Why does the black follower? Oh, okay, let's read. Auto rear once per turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you've got the black globe that does flip face up because it's busted, perform the following effects according to the grade of the opponent. Grade 1, this unit gains 5,000 power. Grade 2, this unit gains 10,000 power and draw 1. Grade 3, this unit gains 15,000 power and draw 2 cards.
Draw 2 cards. What the?
So you draw 2 and get 15,000 power, and that's all because you forced Bastion to ride into Alden. Great.
Oh, that's so awful.
Wow, it's free. Oh. Want to know the fun part? This
Riding into a.
the fun part is when it attacks the Vanguard. You hit red OT. You can do it twice.
Oh. But it says once per turn. It says once per turn there.
Oh, it does? Oh, good.
Yeah, it does.
Good. Still busted.
You wanna know what the actual? You wanna know what the actual fun part though? If they ride into anything higher than grade 3, this card doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Although, hey, that's what Black Globe's for. Yeah, it's like no. You look at Xephonia and Xephonia. It's like yes. It appears to me you'll be riding the Fasado this turn. Follower in training. Mava. Oh, these are followers. Auto rear once. I guess there are pseudo Dragon Tree wretches. Auto rear once per turn. At the end of this unit boosted, put a follower boosted by this unit to soul, countercharge, and draw. Remove the draw. Most devoted follower Shane. Act 1 rear guard circle once per turn. Cost send 1 card with follower and card name from your deck to the drop. This unit gains the ability of the card send and drop. Why? What?
So it literally just copies the followers then.
Oh, amazing. So now Shane can also be a V-Series card like Mava is. Wonderful. Auto rear. At the end of the turn, put 1 card from your hand to soul, draw 1. Yep, V-Series. Okay, Calamity's beginning. Grade 3, normal order. Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 2. Is that cost? Choose 1 card from your bind zone and flip it face up.
Oh, fine. That's the most balanced card this motherfucker has made. Holy shit.
And you know what? It's all just so you could draw 2 cards and make them ride to grade 3. Actually, no. Better yet, you know what would be worth it? Doing White Globe and getting a restand in addition to the extra 5,000 power and negging all of your opponent's units and getting Shield Smile. Yeah, cool.
God. Oh god.
Ogre of Death. During your turn, this unit gains 5,000 power for each face-up globe in your bind zone.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck you.
Wow. Okay.
Hold on. Somebody said, yeah, this is just cool. Nothing about this is cool.
I have 2.5 suggestions. Grula at a cost, at a special condition. I feel like you could bump up the power level of Krill slightly, but that's just me. Don't bump. How about you bump down the power level of the globes? I hope you gamers had a fun read. I will admit it was kind of fun. You know what's interesting though? I actually feel like if the globes were bumped down in power, this would be a pretty interesting mechanic. Because he has genuinely fascinating different effects running around. Well, especially the black globe I feel is kind of cool. But
oh, you want to ride back into your Vanguard? See me when it's so last one, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like F you though. Yeah, like that was such a big slap in the face. That hurt, brother. That hurt. It is cool though. I will agree with Hedgehog. They do have swag factor. If only they were balanced. And based conversation we'll skip. Oh wow. We're actually kind of making some progress here. Not sure if it's too late. If you want to revisit the drive zone here, you know who I am.
Oh god. I don't know.
Maybe we'll finish.
I have no idea who you are.
Let's see. Can I even? What's going on here? Oh lord.
Oh lord, no.
Oh
lord, no.
Oh, I know who this is. Got you. Okay, yeah, I got you. That's interesting.
Are we gonna do it though?
Here.
Counter attack. It's Ayako.
Yeah, it's Ayako. Yeah. Do I want to do these right now? What do you think?
I'm not really interested in these, but you know, I don't want to upset him.
You know what? Considering we've already reviewed these cards anyway, here's what we can do. I won't review them here, but when we do custom card battles, they can get featured, and we can see them in action.
Alright, fair enough.
That's probably a fair thing. Although I guess I do want to at least see what this grade 3 does, because why not? When this unit is rode upon, all your vanguards get the crit and power this got from trigger effects. Okay. During your opponent's turn until end of turn. Beginning of your opponent's end phase. Counterblast 1 discard. Stand this unit. What? Increase or decrease its unit's power equal to your opponent's vanguard plus 10,000 power in a turn. You may attack with this unit. If you do, it gets drive -1. Trigger effects last until the end of your turn. Okay, cool. So it attacks during the opponent's turn as a vanguard, and then you kind of maintain trigger effects from it. Yeah, it's the counterattack deck. It's what we saw like way before. All right. And then from there you just have like a lot of the other support cards, but that's pretty wicked vanguard. Okay, so Cosmic Sleep. Let's do you. How much do you got here? You got a couple stuff. All right. So, it's a D standard deck because they all are. Oh, let me enlarge this. It's embarrassing seeing my 40 tabs open. I know, I'm incorrigible. Grade 0, Fang Dragon Youth Hero. Same as all D starters, indeed. Grade 1, Dragon of Thunderbolt Axe Zerdon. It's grade 1, Vanguard. He wrote out Vanguard Circle. What a Chad. When this unit is rode upon by Hedgeroom, search your deck for a Drea and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Drea is probably an order. So, alright. Actually, oh, I see it down here. The order. Dragon Globe Drea. We'll cheat and look at the order right now. Activate the G-Search skill of a unit on a rearguard circle for the rest of the match. Treat as continuous effect. Then if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, soul charge 1.
I have no context to what this order does. Alright, we should have cheated. Go back.
Damn, bro. I see we're gonna... Is this like... It sounds like a buddy fight effect. It's weird. Okay, so Vanguard Circle. When this unit is placed on your Vanguard Circle, Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for a card with the G-Search skill and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Ooh. Bit powerful, but I can understand it. Grade 3, Dragon of Tempestuousness Sword Tyrannus. Okay, so Vanguard Circle, act, discard, choose either. So wait, okay, so you choose between 2 effects. Oh my god, he has no spacing. So the first effect you can choose from is add an order with Dragon Globe from your drop to your hand. So you recycle the order. The second effect you could do is add a card with a G-Search skill from drop to your hand. So you recycle either a G-Search card or the Enabler order. All right. And you discard a card to do so. So it's kind of like Virina, except... And it also has the same sort of cost effectiveness to it because Virina, when you overdress, it's inherently an egg. So, you know, discarding and get back something. Anyway. So, Vanguard Circle, act once per turn. You counterblast 1, bind up to 3 units with active G-Search skills from your drop. Why? A Vanguard Circle, auto once per turn. When this unit attacks, the following effects activate if you have the required number of units with active G-Search skills in your bind zone. 1. 2 units. Why don't you just put 2 units instead of 1? 2 units. Because it's not 1 to 2 units. Your front row gains 5k power until end of the turn. Okay. 3 units.
3 units.
Select a unit with G-Search in your bind zone. Call it to a rearguard circle on stand. Okay. And give it 5k until end of turn. That's not...
3.
4 units. Select a unit with the active G-Search. I like your countdown. We have a thing going on. Skill from the bind zone. Call it to a rearguard circle on stand. Give it 5 until end of turn. So you just do it again.
4.
5 units. Give 5k power and drive +1 to your Vanguard until end of turn.
I don't even know what to say here. This is such a headache to read. I don't want to fucking...
I'm just gonna read word salad here real quick. Smash Hammer Dragon Wakrog. G-Surge. When this skill is activated, soul charge 1. Okay. This skill gets activated when a specified order targets this unit. So you unlock it essentially with the effect of the order.
It's like operate, but for units.
Yeah, which it's kind of cool. When this unit is placed on the rear circle, look at 5, add a Dragon Globe Drea from among them in your hand shuffle. So it's a free +1, but specifically for the one order card, of which you can only run 4 of in a deck. And you're probably only gonna be able to see like 3 of it in a deck because you've already had 1 back. Okay. Saw block. So, rear circle, auto, counterblast. When it's placed, target 1 order from your drop with Dragon Globe added to your hand. If you have played an order, its effect activates effect to send to the drop. Okay, fine. You need to get Siegers quicker. I get why. You're technically negging with it, and that's perfectly valid because it helps your mechanics so intrinsically. Shellcrest Dragon Oppi. G-Search. When the skill is activated, this unit gains intercept and 10k shield permanently. Well, yeah, because active on the opponent's turn 2. You just said permanently. Rearguard Circle Auto. When placed on Rearguard Circle, it's Rearguard Circle Auto. Why did you say Rearguard Circle again? Okay, anyway. Target a card with intercept on your drop zone. This unit gains that unit's shield value as power in a turn. Okay, sure.
So just +5 then. Alright.
Okay, and he did some cleaning up. Oh my god, this skill actually looks readable now. Thank you, Hedgehog.
Let me read it. With an active G search ability, jeez. 4 to 5, this unit gets. Alright, okay.
Sure. Yeah, alright, cool. 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Oh, he did make one mistake though, I think. But I think it's like 1, like as in 2 specifically, 3 specifically, 4 specifically, 5 specifically, and you count down. I don't think he meant 1 to 2, 2 to 3, because if you hit 2, then you just get both these effects anyway. So what's even the point? But that's the one thing. There's a grade 2 uses Soul Blast. Still thanks so much. Problem anytime. All right, there's a Granfia mask. Oop, I see a certain someone down there. So this Granfia mask will be the last one we do tonight. Okay. So, King of the Corrupted Forest, Granfia Masque. Stats are what you expect. It can only be written on a grade 3 with Granfia. Continuous Van.
Actually.
Yes?
Actually, I'm gonna say something real quick. We've barely scratched the 1 hour mark, so I think we can do my cards really quickly, and then that's it.
Oh, I mean, are you sure? I thought you might have wanted your own segment, Buster.
Nah, it's okay. Because I know that the one after it is super fucking long.
Alright. So I guess we'll do that then. King of the Corrupted Forest, Granfia Mask. We already know the first effect. The second effect is Noblesse Rose tokens you control cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. A good effect to have. Act on the Van Circle once per turn. You counterblast 1 and remove a Granfia when in its different card name to call 5 plant tokens to rear circle.
Token.
Woo!
Huh.
That's...
Wait.
5? How about 3?
What do you call this? One thing I don't like about it is that it just doesn't call any Noblesse Rose tokens.
Oh, well, I guess you read ahead. Act Vans are circle. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. Soul Blast 1, put 1 or more Plank Gauge or Noblesse Rose for a total of 10 cards. Choose one of your front row rears. Stand in and gets 5 for up to the number of cards you put in the drop. 5 or more would put. Choose another rear guard. Stand that unit. So you get double restand. It gets 5 for the remaining cards put in the drop. So, okay, I get it. Like, if you put 7, you stand, give it, like, 25, and the other one will stand with plus 10k. Now, I need help in rewording the last effect. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Sorry if this may seem good. Don't apologize if it's good. Only apologize if it's extremely bonkers busted. Which this would have been extremely bonkers busted if it didn't have a glaring weakness in that it doesn't call the token. And so the assumption then becomes, oh, well, now you just keep the token from the Granfia and hope it doesn't get retired. But that's problematic because if they do get rid of the token, you never want to write into this anyway. So you have to produce the token and then immediately write into it during that turn in order to keep it safe, quote unquote. But if they get rid of it through non-choosing means, you're screwed. You'd have to write back in the original Granfia to regain your token whatsoever, and that goes against the premise of having a mass card. You want to stick on that for the rest of the game, more or less, unless you're, well, Drawjolt. But another problem is that if you're calling 5 plant tokens specifically, not up to 5, you call 5, which means you've only got 5 circles. You would call over the theoretical token.
Well, technically, they all turn into plan gauges if you have a Noblesse Rose.
Oh, okay. That I never mind then. I forgot about that. Whoopsie daisy. I don't play Granfia very much. But okay, so that's all. But still, yeah, you need to produce a token like my boy Nab said. If you can produce a token, that would be okay. Even if you have to produce a token in this effect, which is totally rational to do it that way, that would be fine. Because you would, in theory, only really need the one token.
I think a good way of doing this effect would be get rid of the CB, and then instead you call in Noblesse Rose, and then with 3. Okay, so call in Noblesse Rose token if you don't have one already, and then call 2 plant tokens, which will become 2 plant gauges. 3?
Yeah, I was gonna say 3.
It's fine.
Yeah, considering that you're doing the persona remove.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, so
the CB is totally unnecessary, by the way.
Right. So that much is for certain. And with the second skill, don't stand 2. Don't stand 2. Just have it scale to the power by like literally. If you wanted to be more powerful, then all you need to do is just say you can remove up to 10, and then it could stand up with a theoretical 50,000 power. That unit. That's that. It's surprisingly simple.
I guess if you really, really want to stand 2, you can make it choose 2 rearguards, but have it scale for every 3 flying gauges that are removed. And if you remove 9 or more, you get to stand them both.
Another thing you could do is you could have both front row restands, which seems kind of boring. But if you were to do it like that, wait, yeah, like if you were to do it like that. Wait, you know what? Here would be an interesting idea, right? Another interesting idea. The Noblesse Rose token doesn't attack. What if this enabled it to attack? You don't multi-attack, you attack with the token, and so you keep building. You don't remove. Like, you don't remove the gauges. You just keep building the gauges on it. Like ad infinitum.
It would be one way to go about it.
That would be kind of cool. Let the token beat people up. Take their money. Plant food. I don't know. But still, that's just a different idea. It's not really a correction to this one, but we gave our thoughts. You can either stand both but scale harder rather than make it easy on the scaling, or just have it be one and it can go up to 10 or whatever. And also of course get a token. But still, there are some kind of cool concepts here. Oh right, so here's this assault rider guy. He's this guy handsome and knowledgeable. He can also pronounce knowledgeable really quite correctly. Jesus, you've done a fair bit. All right, last chance. We doing it? Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he's going to do a demolishment of the Great Fives, and AKA the OG 5 are getting corrupted. Downsides, probably overpowered. I give Dino Fate a stroke, not the good kind. They're pretty cool, but not saying much coming from me. Might give Dino Fate a stroke. Depends on your ass though. I don't think it's an upside. Love you, buddy. No, you don't. I don't think you watch these videos. Thank God. Dracobarchi Inferno Dragon, Nirvana Masque. The ride clause. Act Vanguard Circle once per turn. You remove a Nirvana in different name. Choose a card with a crossover just ability, a Trickstar and a Prayer Dragon from your drop, and return them to your hand. Yep. Considering it's a persona remove, it just gives you the entire thing back. It is a true +1. A true +1. Finally. Auto on the Van Circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you counterblast 1. Choose one of your rear guards in the cross overdress state. Stand all of your rear guards in the same column as that unit. It's just a bit more powerful because you just get the column. It's as simple as that. It's good. Dragon Tree Wretch Blazakuna. It's literally just search Masque, but for Dragon Empire. You just kind of covered your bases by giving it a name. Chunk Virena. So this is our Dragon Tree equip. So Trickstar, Prayer Dragon, yada yada. If it's in the cross overdress state, it gets 5,000 power continuously. And this unit's circle has a Dragon Tree marker, cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effect. Trey Magnifique actually uses the marker for a relevant purpose. Auto on the rear circle once per turn. When your other rear guard in the cross overdress state stand by the ability of your Inferno Nirvana Masque, Soul Blast 1, discard a card, stand this unit. So you take the hard neg in order to get a restand with a fairly potent unit that's at minimum 20,000 power because of the marker and its own skill. Also good. Yeah, perfection. I've got no issues with and it's not because of bias, because I love you, brother. Because if there was something wrong, I'd tell you to your face on video. Diabolos Malevolicious Bruce Masque. Okay. Okay. I wonder. I'm not even gonna focus on the name. So Ride Clause. So the persona remove here is to soul charge 1, choose 1 card with Diablos from your soul and put in your hand. Good. Actually, toolbox is your soul, which is I think how you should be doing Diablos at this point, considering that they build more soul than they need. Auto on the Van Circle. At the beginning of your battle phase, if all of your units have Diablos in their card name, until your opponent's next turn, you final rush and final burst. Yep. Considering you're doing a mask, you might as well skip some steps here and just go into this. Auto on the Van Circle. When this unit, oh, and funnily enough, you can forgo Persona Ride just to immediately go for some final first shenanigans right off the bat. If you just want to go that fast and hard, which, you know, you might need to. It's it requires thinking. Oh joy, right? A strategy game requires thinking. Auto on Van Circle. When this unit attacks, if you're in the final burst state, you counterblast 1 and soul blast 1. Choose 2 Diablos rear guards, stand them, and they get 5,000 until end of turn. Yeah, only 5,000. You can go front row, you can go a column. It's a lot like how Leonore Mask has the choices in your corner for it. It's a whole counter and a soul. The soul doesn't really matter, the counter does matter. It's to me, it's just a slightly better version of what Violence Bruce was, and it's all it really needed to be. Okay, so Diablos, Madonna, Miranda. If you're in the final rush state, all of your other units in the same column, this unit gets 5,000 power. Yeah, so we have essentially remade Stephanie. Auto in the back row, center, rear. When you final burst, counterblast 1, draw 2, choose a card from your hand and put it in your soul. One interesting thing about this, it's when your final burst, which is the beginning of your battle phase, and not when it's placed, which makes sense because you would place it during the main phase and it doesn't have the timing for that. CB, draw 2, put 1 in the soul. Yeah, that's fine. It's kind of powerful on its own. Admittedly, I feel like, considering Stephanie is already a card, I don't think we should be power creeping Stephanie like that, you know?
I get that, right? But at the same time, Stephanie is also a common, surprisingly. So, you know, a double R version wouldn't be too far off.
Well, yeah, but it's a bit tactless because it literally just has the Stephanie clause and then does more, you know?
Yep. Yeah, so, you know, if Stephanie was a triple R or something like that, I obviously wouldn't do this. But this, I think it's acceptable on some level, quote unquote.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit kind of weirded out that it just kind of is another card plus. Like to the point where does Stephanie actually just say this verbatim? Because I think it says that verbatim.
Yep, it says that verbatim.
Christ. Okay, so Apex Tyrant, Bastion, Masque. Ride Clause. Persona remove is look at 7 cards on the top of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 3, call it to rear shuffle your deck. Perfection that it calls it to the rear circle, so you have to commit it to the field. That's good. Out on the Van Circle once per turn. At the end of the battle, it attacked. You counterblast when to put a total of 3 Grey to Sun from your hand and rear guards on the bottom of your deck. Stand this unit gets 10,000 power to end of turn. And if you put one or less cards from your hand for this cost, it gets drive -1. Aha. So you could technically plus in hand advantage if you just do the cheeky ZTB gear next play and throw 3 field to the bottom, and that's perfectly fine, considering that it restands and it gets to 10,000 power. I mean, yeah, you're not really buffing up your rears that much, but you still have rears that are kind of like powerful anyway. This one's another one of those masks where I feel it's not an upgrade to the grade 4 Bastion, which is a really good question, right? It's a side grade. It takes it a different route. This is probably the best execution of a restanding Vanguard, of which, and when I say restanding Vanguard, I mean for Bastion specifically, because I've seen a lot of Bastion masks that restand the goddamn Vanguard. It's like everyone had the collective brain cell that, oh boy, the good guy restands rears. The bad guy restands itself because it's selfish and evil. Still, good job on that one.
The anti-hero writes for superior rights mid-battle.
Oh, by the way, over half of them have Tyrant in the name. Heavenly Edge of Integrity, Teresa. When this unit's placed on rear circle, choose one of your Vanguards with Bastion. It gets 5,000 in a turn. Good. It's only one place, and it just directly helps with the restand. It makes it more threatening. When you're the unit, stand by the ability of your Vanguard with Bastion. If you did not countercharge this turn, you may countercharge one. This might have soured a little bit, considering Sapient Owl.
This was made before Sapient Owl, guys. Sue me.
yeah. So that's a little unfortunate. You might have her find a new job in life, but the first effect still remains as a pretty good thing. So Sylvan Horde, Beast, Dark Lord, Magnolia Masque. I don't know why I pronounce Masque as Misk, but sounds okay. Magnolia Masque. So Ride Clause. Persona remove is choose a gray tier or greater card from your drop. You call it your rear circle, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and retire it. So it's a call retire, and it's basically the inverse of what Leonor Masque was, because Leonor Masque was a grade 1 or lower. That's perfectly serviceable. They're both so okay as well, so I guess it kind of makes sense they have that sort of link. Auto Van. At the end of battle, this unit attacked. You counterblast one, soul blast one. Ooh boy, it has a soul blast too. Choose 3 of your back row rear guards. They can attack from the back row and get power plus 10,000 power. Good. Very good. To put into reference, Magnolia Elder has multi-attack from the back row and some power, but it's less power and it's free. That's the benefit of that one. But it's also potentially slower. And so I think that this right here, I would play over Magnolia Elder because it gets more directly to the point of what Magnolia does. You don't play Magnolia for the defense. You play Magnolia for the offense. You play this card. Sylvan Horde, Beast, Paralyzikite. Okay, if it doesn't paralyze, I'm going to be very sad. When this unit is placed on rear circle from hand, if your Vanguard is the Dark Lord, you counterblast one and soul blast one. Choose up to one grade 2 or greater card for your drop, call it to a back row rear circle, and until the end of the opponent's next turn, that unit and all of your units front row rear guards in the same column cannot move to other circles. Oh, so I guess you paralyze in a different manner. Okay. That's kind of cool. So you can call something to the back row, but you have to use Magnolia Masque skill, or it's not attacking or boosting, probably. All right. That's fairly good balance. And you are doing more CB, more Soul Blast. And now it would be easy to say, oh, but resources are easy in Stoicheia, right? You can get them back really willy-nilly. You know what I would say to that, though, Buster? Deck space. There's only so many things you can reliably put copies of in a deck before you already hit that 49... No, not even 49. You hit that 46 cards in deck, you're like, oh, crap. I don't have room. And then suddenly resources start mattering again. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Aurora War Princess. Seraph Ash Misk. Amazing name. So it's a continuous in the Van Circle. It's the Ride Clause. Oh, I didn't even recognize Ride Clause because it got lumped in with the Persona remove.
Apologies. I don't know why you did that.
All good. So Persona remove, and it gets drive +1 until end of turn. Your opponent imprisons 2 cards from the top of the deck. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Your opponent can potentially +2 at this, depending on if they have the resources from this, but it gives a drive 1. You basically should have a drive 1 because that's just what Seraph is. The grade 3 did it. The grade 4 is it. So yeah, it gets drive. Good. Auto Van Circle. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1, soul blast 1. For every 3 cards, you're really rocking the CB soul blast. For every 3 of your opponent's cards imprisoned in your prison, choose one of your rear guards with the roar in its name and stand it. Ah, okay. Cool. So, one interesting thing about that is you're not empowering them by any means on their own. So you would need to rely on the merit of your rear guards in order to give them power, but they can multi-attack and no other Seraph does the multi-attack. In particular, Penetrate Aquas does have that extra power boost, and that could make it an ideal target to boost a couple of and bash them in the face. And you'd be like, oh, well, that's kind of powerful. But at the same time, it's not that big on numbers, and you're sacrificing the huge numbers that you get from the grade 4. So this is another one where it feels it's a lot like Bastion Masque, where it's different rather than a power creep to the other one. Even the Magnolia technically is not a power creep. that prefer it so massively that I might as well power creep it in my mind. But with this one, it really is a trade-off of power for poking. And this is probably one of the only masks where I would be like, you know what? Yeah, you run the base grade 3 and you run the grade 4. Not just because you can get extra drives with the grade 4, although, I mean, you can do that, but I probably would be reluctant to do it because then there's precious cards. But you can also still keep the grade 4 in the pocket from when your opponent's at like 4. Ride it, get them to 10, and then just bash with huge numbers and extra crit and just pressure them for game, right? So this actually is a good intermediary boss when you feel like you're not ready for grade 4, but you still want to put on some pressure. I like this one a lot. This is probably my favorite of the mask you threw out. Aurora Battle Princess, Conserve Jasmine. Jasmine is my favorite scent of like, if you've ever had like aromatherapy or candles or stuff, Jasmine is my favorite scent. It's amazing. Grade 1 double rare. Note to Josh, this girl has glasses and white stockings on garter belt as well. I see. Surely the meeting in the minds with fetishes. He's got the glasses. Targeted. Very targeted. I mean, the white stockings is more your thing, brother. Let's not even lie on camera. It's the glasses where it's all me. That's why I like Apricot, despite the fact that she sucks. Okay, so what does Conserve Jasmine do? When this unit's placed on rear circle, you counterblast 1. Look at 7 cards on the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 2 or greater card with a Aurora and its name from among them. Reveal it, put it in your hand. If you did not reveal a card, your opponent chooses a card from Soul Prison in your prison. Absolutely perfect. We needed searchability in Aurora Battle Princess because when you have a handful of triggers, you don't do anything. Your opponent just gets to unprison their cards next turn and smile that you bricked. So it's good that you can tutor for a card and it's appropriate that you CB. As a matter of fact, I like that it's CBs because we don't CB enough in the deck. You can certainly try to Soul Blast with some stuff, but when it comes to CB, you're mainly doing it for your Vanguards and Chevalstead. That's it. From there on out, CB is just kind of superfluous. So this is a very effective use of CB. And technically it imprisons from Soul you could, if you're a god, you can intentionally whiff just to like pick out a Soul. Now your opponent gets to choose the card from Soul, but still, if there's like only 1 and they need it, I'm not really choosing. All right, well, that's that. Honestly, I've got really no complaints about any of them. I'm a little bit about the Stephanie retrain, because that's basically what it is. But aside from that, these are basically perfection, and I dig these a lot. No wonder it took you for freaking ever to make these. 2 weeks of hard work in these. You probably. I mean, a couple of these look familiar because I think you asked me related questions, and now as I'm reading this, I'm like, right. So this is what it led to. So yeah, all right. Pretty damn good stuff here, and it's a great way to end the video off with me jerking you off in camera. So any final thoughts about anything else we read over the video?
Yeah, this is Assault Rider 5 guy. It's great at making custom cards. Yeah, you should hire to be your next commentator.
Okay, anyway. That's enough of the crap posting, right? So if you did like this video, then you got the whole rest of the season that's coming your way, as well as everything prior in the season in the playlist that'll be linked to the end of this video. Furthermore, I've got lots of other Vanguard content down on my channel, so go ahead and check it out. And if you like what you see, leave a subscribe and turn on that notification bell for the next time that I do upload a video. And with that, take care. God bless.
See you next time.